What's up everybody, Unrested here. I am multitasking as I push both my sons on swings here in the park on this beautiful Golden Week spring day, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about weather and clothing in Japan. It's a strange thing, probably something I'll never get used to, or I guess conform to really, is the fact that even when it starts to get hot like today, it's probably like 25 Celsius out, which for those of you who only know Fahrenheit, let's just say that's a pretty decent amount of warmth. You wouldn't need any sort of jacket for that. If you did, you'd be sweating profusely. But in Japan, there is literally set times that people are wearing long sleeves or wearing short sleeves. And if you're wearing short sleeves before it's summertime, often Japanese people are asking you, aren't you cold? Why are you already wearing short sleeves? Whereas I'm already wearing a tank top. I'm going to dress usually however I feel most comfortable, just because I like to use a bit of practicality when I dress as far as how comfortable I want to feel with the weather. Also, I'm a Florida guy, so as a Florida guy, we usually try to dress down when the weather gets too hot. That being said, it is a bit strange in the sense that in Japan, oftentimes, when heaters or air conditioners are being used is on an exact set date, as well as when short sleeves and long sleeves are worn. For example, like I just said, you won't be seeing many short sleeves until summertime comes around, but also the same thing goes sometimes for heat, which can be pretty annoying actually. For example, you might get onto a train now, even when it's 25 degrees out, and find that the train is turned up to 30 degrees, which feels always highly inefficient to me and a waste of energy, but nonetheless, it does happen. So get ready to be able to strip down layers if you have to, or get down to a tank top if you need to. And don't be surprised if you actually see people on the train wearing like full outright trench coats or almost full winter coats still, as though the weather was quite brisk and cold out. And the oddest aspect of that always kind of profoundly confuses me is you'll see the people constantly saying to themselves, they're constantly saying like "atsui, atsui, atsui, atsui," and they're sweating profusely. And atsui means hot, in case you just didn't know. Most of you, I know, study at least enough Japanese to know atsui. And you're just like, well, yeah, of course you're wearing a giant winter coat when it's already spring and the heater's on in the train and the train's crowded and body heat makes it even hotter. That's another thing too you've got to take into account, is that oftentimes Japanese stores, buildings, trains, etc., they do not take into account body heat. If people are going to pile into a place and crowd it up and heat it up with their own body heat, they still will not turn down the heater. So again, be ready, even if you're walking around in a winter coat, to be able to strip off that winter coat and wear little to nothing underneath, as far as like just one t-shirt or something. I'm not saying strip down to your birthday suit, you know. There will be police involved if that happens. But just be ready for the trains, the buildings, and even Japanese people in Japan to not really change accordingly to how the weather is each day. They more so change on a calendar schedule. Why this is, I believe, is just mass conformity to people being very surprised if you're wearing short sleeves before it's summertime. And but you as a gaijin, if you want to follow that, you can. I personally I can't go that far as assimilation goes with the culture. And plus, I'm not really like, it's not really hurting anybody's feelings if I'm not wearing long sleeves. You're not going to be seen as a total pariah, but people will come up and ask you, they'll be like, why are you already wearing short sleeves? It's not summer yet. It'll just be because it's hot. And they'll just be like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, they can't really argue with that, right? So be ready for that question. Be ready for them to be a bit surprised that you wear short sleeves earlier than summer. But don't feel as though you have to conform to that, wearing long sleeves all the way through the hot season of spring. Just to make people feel comfortable, I would say do your own thing, feel comfortable for yourself. It's your body and you've got to live in it, so you might as well be comfortable. Anyway, that's just a little bit about some odd happenings that go on as the seasons change. I'm Unrested. If you like what you saw here today, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be heading out to Kanazawa tomorrow to film some countryside temples. I hope you enjoy those videos. I might be gone for about 2 days, but that's only because I'm trying to make you the best quality video I can. Have a good one.